Good morning, students. How are you? I hope all of you are enjoying good health. Students, in the previous class, I explained you about the proportion. That what is a proportion? I told you that a proportion is formed by four terms. That is, we can call these terms A, B, C and D. If out of four terms we know three terms, then how can we find the fourth term? Today also we will continue the same. We will start with question number 5 of exercise 7b. What is the question? Find the third proportional to the following. Its A part is 5 and 15. Here out of 4 terms only 2 terms are given. So how can we find its third proportional? See, we will follow example 9. Find the third proportional to 7 and 14. Let the third proportional be x. First we will assume the third proportional. Let it should be x. Then first term 7, second term 14 and third is x. As there are 3 quantities, the second quantity will be repeated. So how we will write it? I told you this here also. See, if there are 3 quantities and the terms continued or mean proportion are used, the middle quantity is repeated. So we will apply the same. We will write it 7 upon 14. Middle term is 14, so 14 should be repeated. 7 upon 14, then 14 upon x. Then by cross multiplication it will be x multiplied 7 equal 14 into 14. Then x is equal 14 into 14 upon 7. Then we will simplify it. So I am applying same method. Here 2 terms are given, 5 and 15. Let the third proportional be x. Now 3 terms will be 5, 15 and x. These are 3 quantities. So the second quantity will be repeated. Therefore, this 5 upon 15 equal 15 upon x. Then by cross multiplication, 5 multiply x is equal 15 multiply 15. Then x is equal 15 we multiply 15 upon this 5. 5 1 ja 5, 5 3 ja 15. Then x is equal 15 3 ja 45. So the third proportional will be 45. Now come to part B. Same method we are applying here. Here 2 terms are given, 2 upon 13 and 8 upon 13. Let the third proportional be x. Now 3 terms will be 2 upon 13, 8 upon 13 and x. Now these are 3 quantities, so the second quantity will be repeated. Then how we will write when second quantity will be repeated? We will write this 2 upon 13, this is upon 2 upon 13 upon 8 upon 13 equal 8 upon 13 upon this x. This is second term. So second term is repeating here. Now this 2 upon 13 is this one. Then this 8 upon 13 upon 8 upon 13 we will write reciprocal of this 8 upon 13. So it will become multiply 13 upon 8 equal 8 upon 13 and this x will be considered as x upon 1. So it will be also written as reciprocal. It will become 1 upon x. Means 2 upon 13 multiply 13 upon 8 equal 8 upon 13 multiply 1 upon x. 13 1 जा 13, 13 1 जा 13, 2 1 जा 2, 2 4 जा 8. It is 1 upon 4 equal 8 1 जा 8 upon 13 multiply x, 13x. Now again by cross multiplication, 13x is equal 8 multiplied by 4. Then x is equal 8 multiplied 4 upon 13. X is equal 8 4 ja 32 upon 13. So the third proportional will be 32 upon 13. Now come to next part. See here. Its C part is 0.4 and 0.8. So let the third proportional be x. Now three terms will be 0.4, 0.8 and x. These are three quantities, so the second quantity will be repeated. Therefore, this 0.4 upon 0.8 equal 0.8 upon x. Then by cross multiplication, 0.4 multiply x is equal 0.8 multiply 0.8. X is equal 0.8 multiplied by 0.8 upon this 0.4. Decimal cancel. 4 1 ja 4, 4 2 ja 8. So x is equal 8 2 ja 16. Before one digit there is decimal. Means third proportional will be 1.6. Now its D part you will do self. It is 10 and 20 as I explained fifth A part. Same. So you will do self. Now come to question number 6. Find the fourth proportional to the following. There are four parts A, B, C, D. I will explain you 6A and 6B. 6C and D you will do self. Come to sixth question. Find the fourth proportional to the following. A part 33, 27 and 11. Now let the fourth proportional be x. Here three terms are given. We have to find its fourth proportional. We are assuming, we are taking, let fourth proportional be x. Then quantities will be 33, 27, 11 and x. First term, second term, third term and fourth term. Then this 33 upon 27 means A upon B. This is A, B, C, D. So A upon B, 33 upon 27 equal 11 upon x, C upon D. Again by cross multiplication, 33 into x is equal 27 into 11. X is equal 27 into 11 upon this 33. 11 1 ja 11, 11 3 ja 33, 3 1 ja 3, 3 9 ja 27, 9 1 ja 9. So x is equal 9. It means fourth proportional be 9. Here students, not B and C, not C and D, you will do now 6B, C, D. You will do yourselves. All four are same. See here. All four are same. So I have explained first part. Now you will do second part self. Now we will start next exercise also 7C. Unitary method. So students, let us start next exercise also 7C, that is unitary method. You have done this unitary method in 5th and 6th standard also. Still I am explaining you what is unitary method. The method used to calculate the value of several quantities. Several means many, more than one, of the same kind by first finding the value of one unit such quantity. Again, the method used to calculate the value of several quantities of the same kind by first finding the value of one unit such quantity. Unitary method is used to find the value of quantities which change with respect to each other in one of the following ways. Students, you have done this type of question in 5th and 6th standard, like if cost of 10 pen is 30 rupees, then find the cost of 8 pens or find the cost of 12 pens. In this type of questions, First we will find the cost of 1 unit, means 1 pen or 1 pencil, whatever is given. See here, this method is used to calculate value of several quantities of the same kind by first finding the value of 1. We are given that value of 10 pen is 300 rupees. Then first we will find the value of cost of 1 pen. Then we will find how many units we are asked. Suppose it is 12 or 8 or 5. Unitary, there are two methods to find this. There are two cases, not method, two cases. See, first is direct variation. In direct variation, if an increase in one quantity brings a corresponding increase in the other quantity. If an increase in one quantity brings a corresponding increase in other quantity or vice versa. Vice versa means decrease. In first case, both the quantities are increasing. In other case, in vice versa, both the quantities are decreasing. The two quantities are said to be in direct variation. If two quantities A and B vary directly, A upon B is constant for all pairs of values of A and B. Suppose, what is the meaning of this line? If I am telling you, if the cost of 10 pens is rupees 300, then what will be the cost of 12 pens? Students, all of you know, if 10 pens are for 300 rupees, then 12 pens will be more than 300 rupees. Yes or no? Yes. Because number of pens is increasing, so their cost will also increase. Now see here, what is the meaning of this line? If an increase in one quantity, here these are two quantity. One is pen, first quantity is number of pens, first quantity, and second quantity its cost. These are two quantities. In first case, number of pen is 10 and cost is 300. So it is an increase in one quantity brings a corresponding increase in the other quantity. In second case, number of pen is 12. Now number of pens are increasing, so their cost will also increase or decrease. Automatically it will increase. Yes, automatically it will increase. It means one quantity is increasing, number of pen is increasing, then other quantity means its cost is also increasing. So it is case of direct variation. If in other case, if 10 pens cost 300, what will be the cost of, suppose, 8 pens? In this case, there are 8 pens. Now number of pen is decreasing, so their cost also decrease. See this vice versa. Vice versa means if a decrease in one quantity brings a corresponding decrease in the other quantity. Number of pen will increase, then cost also increase. Number of pen decrease, then cost also decrease. So it is a case of direct variation. Now come to second one, that is inverse variation. What is inverse variation? Sometimes what happens, if an increase in one quantity brings a corresponding decrease in the other quantity or vice versa. If there are two quantities like this, then if in some cases, if one quantity increase, then the other quantity decrease. How? See, suppose I have to whitewash my house. What I told you, suppose I have to whitewash my house and I employed 8 men to whitewash my house, and they finished whitewashing in 10 days. How much time they take? They take 10 days. 8 men finished whitewashing of my house in 10 days. Second time what happens? I am employing 10 men. second time I have employed 10 men. Then they will take more than 10 days or less than 10 days in whitewashing the same house. First time I employed 8 men to whitewash my house. They took 10 days. They finished whitewashing of my house in 10 days. But second time when I employed 10 men, they will take more than 10 days or less than 10 days. Automatically they will take less time because number of men is more this time. This time number of men is more. So they will finish whitewashing early, before 10 days. Yes. So see, here number of men is increasing. Second time number of men is increasing. Then time will decrease. Time will decrease. Clear? So this is the case of inverse variation. If an increase in one quantity brings, here one quantity, that is number of men is increasing, brings a corresponding decrease, then number of number of days will be decreasing in the other quantity. The two quantities are said to be in inverse variation. If two quantities A and B vary inversely, A, B is constant for all pairs of values. This direct variation and inverse variation will be more clear when I will explain you some word problems of exercise 7C. One more thing, see here, in problem sums, we should start the statement with the variable whose value is to be found. When we write statement in word problems, like these word problems, when we start to write statement, then we should start the statement with the variable whose value is to be found, so that the unknown value is at the end of the statement. Unknown value means the value which we have to find out, we will write in right hand side, and the known value we will write in left hand side. Let us start. See, I am explaining you one example. Example 11. The cost of 15 similar pens is rupees 45. Find the cost of 20 such pens. As more are number of pens, here number of pen is increasing. In first case number of pen was 15. In second case number of pen is 20. So cost will increase or decrease? More is the total cost. So this is a case of direct variation. Now here see, what is the quantity which we have to find out? We have to find out cost, and number of pens is given in both the cases. In both the cases number of pen is given. So the quantity which was given in both the cases, it will be written in left hand side, and the quantity which we have to find out, we will write it right hand side. So cost of 15 pens is equal to 45 rupees. Then cost of one pen will be less than 45. So we'll divide it. 45 upon this 15. 15 1 ja 15, 15 3 ja 45. It is rupees 3. Then cost of 20 pens will be 20 into 3. 23 ja 60 rupees. It will be more clear. I am explaining you exercise 7C. See, exercise 7C. What is its first question? Its first question is, the cost of 15 similar chocolate is rupees 60. Find the cost of 20 such chocolates. It is same as I explained you just now the example. Cost of 15 chocolate is given rupees 60. Then cost of one chocolate will be this 60 upon this 15. We will divide, to find the cost of one chocolate, we will divide the cost of 15 chocolate by this 15. So it will be 60 upon 15. Now cost of 20, we have to find out cost of 20 such chocolates. Cost of 20 chocolates will be this 60 upon 15 into this 20. Always we will write this number in numerator and this number is in denominator. 15 1 ja 15, 15 4 ja 60. So 24 ja 80 rupees. Come to question number 2. 105 liter of water are required to fill 7 similar containers. What is the quantity of water? 105 liter. And what is the number of containers? 7. It means to fill the 7 containers. 7 containers को fill करने के लिए हमें कितना water चाहिए? 105 liter. Find the volume of water needed to fill 9 such containers. यदि हमें अब सेकंड केस में 7 के प्लेस पर 9 कंटेनर फिल करने हैं वाटर से, तो हमें कितना वाटर चाहिए? सी 105 liter of water, 7 containers and 9 containers. Which quantity is given 2 times? Volume of water is given 2 times or number of container is given 2 times? Number of container is given 2 times. So we will start with this statement. How? Water required to fill 7 containers is equal 105 liter. Then water required to fill 1 container. This time this is 1, so we will write container, not containers. Container equal this 105 divided by this 7 liter. Now we have to fill 9 container. Water required to fill 9 containers will be 105 upon this 7 multiply this 9. 7 1 is 7, 7 1 is 7, 3 remainder 35, 7 5 is 35. Then 15 multiply 9 is equal 135 liter. See, this is the case of direct variation. This is also the direct variation. Why? Here number of container is increasing, then water is also increasing. Now come to question number 3. Pay more attention to question number 3 because there is change. 8 men can do a work in 5 days. 8 men can do a work in 45 days. 8 आदमी किसी भी वर्क को 45 डेज में कर सकते हैं. How long will 12 men take to do the same work? उसी वर्क को 12 men कितने डेज में करेंगे? This is the same as I explained you. Second example, that is whitewash. That is related to whitewash. Yes? See, what is the first line? 8 men can do a work in 45 days. 8 men can do a work in 45 days. Suppose what is the work? Work is to construct a road. There is one work of construction of road and we employed 8 men. They completed the road in 45 days. Now come to second line. In place of 8 we will write 1. 1 man. See, there is change in spelling. This is 8 M-E-N. This is 1 M-A-N. 1 man can do the same work. अगर 8 के प्लेस पर हम एक ही सिंगल आदमी सिंगल पर्सन को एम्प्लॉय कर दें, then what time, how many days he will take? He will take more time than 45. So we will write here 45 into 8. Students, see, in first and second question we have divided here. We have write it in fractional form. This 60 upon this 15. This 105 upon this 7. But in this question, 1 man can do the same work in 45 into 8. Here we have multiply. Try to understand the difference. Here 7 container water required to fill 7 containers is 105. 7 containers को fill करने के लिए 105 liter water चाहिए हमें. और जब हम 1 container fill करेंगे only, then water will be less. 1 container में तो थोड़ा सा ही water आएगा ना. So 105 upon this 7 we will divide it. We will write it in division form, fractional form, 105 upon 7. But what is here? 8 men complete 1 road in 45 days. If same work is done by 1 man, only 1 person, then he will take more time. So we will write here 45 into 8 days, not 45 upon 8. Now third line, how many persons are given in the question? 12 men. 12 men can do the same in. Now this 45 into 8 upon this 12. Here 12 will be in denominator in third line. Now simplify it. 4 2 ja 8, 4 3 ja 12, 3 1 ja 3, 3 1 ja 3, 1 remainder 15, 3 5 ja 15. Now 15 into 2, 15 2 ja 30 days. See, 8 men ने हमारे वर्क 45 days में कंप्लीट किया. Now number of men is more. 8 से ज्यादा आदमी हो गए. Then they will take less time than 45. So answer is less than 45. I think difference between direct variation and indirect variation should be clear to you. This is the case of indirect variation. First and second question are the case of direct variation. Now, after question number 3, question number 6, the cost of 2 dozen bananas. 2 dozen means 1 dozen is equal 12 bananas, so 2 dozen means 24 bananas. Cost of 2 dozen bananas is rupees 96. Find the cost of 15 bananas. You will do self as I explained you question number 1 and example also. You will write here cost of 2 dozen in bracket 24 bananas is equal rupees 96. Then cost of 1 banana 96 upon 24, not 2. Clear? So question number 6 you will do self. Then question number 4, 5, 7, 8 left. We will complete it in the next class. If you have any doubt, you can ask from me. Okay, students? Thank you.